Honestly, one thing that was kind of fantastic about today was, a little while back I had my brake pads and rotors, rebuilt in my Beamer, and they didn't do the greatest job, so I took it back and it was under warranty, and they fixed it. However, obviously during the time they have to do that, I'm kind of left to occupy myself for a while. So, being the smart little lured dude I am, I kind of started walking around. This place is near where I grew up in Tonka Bay. Right now they're doing some road construction over there, and I'm just kind of walking around, and I wore my, really nice polo dress pants, polo belt, and I brought some reading material. I got a water quality report for the area. Everyone got them, I think, but for me, I'm like, this could be kind of interesting to look at all this stuff, and they've got a point of reference for terms, ppm, parts per million, and all that, lingo and jargon. It's interesting. And I'm thinking, this is going to be some reading material for wherever I end up having some lunch or something. And when you look at a document like that, you want to say, well, was it prepared by, the utilities company in, coordination with the government? Was it, prepared solely by the utilities company, or was it prepared by the government? You got to look at potential biases in a report like that when you read it. I'm just interested in that, I guess. I read. Another thing, they're doing some construction there on County Road 19, and whenever they turn up stuff, you never know, you might find an arrowhead, you might find an old bottle or something, who knows. So what I did was I was just kind of looking around. I had that paper, and I had, some guy who was walking his dog came up and was like, oh, you're part of that effing, slow, inefficient government. What are you, some city inspector or something? And he was going off about how, liberals and stuff make things so slow and whatever. And I sat there and listened to him for a long time talk about, effing government employees and all, how inefficient the bureaucracy is and all that. And I just, sat there and nodded. And he said, what are you anyways? You work for the city, the county? I said, no, I don't work for any government, actually. I'm just looking here see if I can find any Indian artifacts, see if I can find an old bottle or something. And then at that moment, he probably realized, if he has any wits about him, that he made a fool of himself. And he said, well, you're the one looking at dirt, and walked off. And to me, like I said, it's a very interesting thing when you look at the level of the hypocrisy of the right like that. I mean, they almost, fantasize and idealize law enforcement when they demonize other parts of the government. It's a level of hypocrisy unseen. When you have, people who use a public safety apparatus up in Duluth, Minnesota, the Duluth Police Department, to do their homophobic bidding. Like I said, they hate the bureaucracy of government. To them, it's all about shock and awe. Put this faggot in his place. That's their quote words. They called me a faggot. This is just getting started. This is unacceptable. If I need to do more freelance work in Shakopee, I will. I will get to the bottom of this. There will be justice. Those will be held accountable. Thank you.